We're off and running at Redbud. Look at the start by 16 on the KTM 520. John Dowd gets the hole shot. Carmichael, Wyndham right there. But it's John Dowd, the veteran, out in front. Carmichael moving into second place. So Ricky's in good position as they come down the ski jump. Carmichael, immediate pressure. Dowd comes up short, and Ricky goes into first place.
Good saves by both Ricky and Dowd to stay 1-2. Ricky almost went off the racetrack, and I am amazed at the kind of start that Carmichael and Wyndham are getting against these four-strokes. So you see Dowd, right, Ryan Hughes right there, 120. Those guys have more power.
Dowd going wide on the off-camber. Wyndham almost got that inside break that he needed. Carmichael off the jump first. And a big battle now going on for second place. Kevin Wyndham has passed John Dowd. Dowd with Ryan Hughes and Tortelli right behind him.
Look at this sequence. Watch Dowd. He's still leaned over on that hard-packed slick stuff. His rear wheel's going to slide to the right. Looks like Carmichael's got a good straight line. See Dowd's problems. They're obvious. But look at Ricky. He had to really get on the brakes and dodge back around that big tire there to stay on the racetrack.
Good thing Wyndham wasn't any closer to the action.
He almost got caught up in it. You know, Wyndham won the last moto of this series at Budds Creek. Carmichael was the fastest guy on the track, and here they are 1-2 to fight it out.
Oh, this should be a good one on our first moto of 250 action from Redbud. Carmichael going through that sandy area.
I don't know if he could have gone through that corner any faster, and while he was in the middle of it, he's looking over his shoulder to size everyone up. I don't know that it even matters if he keeps riding like this. Watch this lead.
They call it LaRocco's lead. This is Mike LaRocco's home track, very close to South Bend, Indiana. That must be a great honor to have something like that named after you.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, especially a jump that size. That's never going to leave this track. That's just part of the layout forever.
One of the most famous landmarks in American motocross history, that's for sure. Ricky Carmichael finishing the first lap in front of Kevin Wyndham, and Tortelli is starting to blister the course. Let's take a look at the top 10. It's Carmichael, Wyndham, and Tortelli, the top three, with Hughes knocking on the door. Back in Buchanan, Michigan, Ricky Carmichael's still our leader, but he's starting to pull a pretty good size lead now on Kevin Wyndham, number 14. The battle looks like it's going to be Tortelli in third versus Wyndham.
I love that jump. You sit there and watch that all day. These guys are flying so far.
You just loved it because you made it.
No, it was just a double when I did. We made it left right at the top, where they added that third jump, stretched it out, and the fans love that section. And Tortelli, he won this race last year, likes this track. I think Tortelli does great in sand. It's a lot sandier than it's been. And it seems to be suiting him right now. I don't think he cares about Kevin right now. Although Kevin's riding well, he seems to be just a touch off. Kind of like the first moto at Budds Creek, the last race. Tortelli's closing in, Carmichael's getting away, but I don't think Carmichael's off the hook because Tortelli is running the same pace.
Hughes in fourth. And Ron Cotta moving up to fifth as we take a look at the top 30 in the field summary.
LaRocco back to 10th.
Boy, that's unlike Mike LaRocco this year. Whoa, hang on, Tortelli. Kevin Wyndham, a chance to go bar to bar now with Tortelli. This is going to be a good battle.
Well, it looks like this is a second chance for Kevin Wyndham right now. Tortelli seemed to be faster, got around, made the little mistake. Kevin is back in this fight.
Tortelli with 4 podiums on the year takes the inside. Back and forth we go with Tortelli now in second place.
Well, if these guys keep fighting the way they are, if they slow each other down a touch, that's going to be good news for Carmichael. He'll just check out and just run their pace, and they won't be able to catch him. Tortelli doing a little bit more of a nosedive there, and I think he meant to. Started to stretch it out a little bit, but still no sight of Carmichael. That just ruins your hopes. First couple laps of the race, come around a big sweeper like that, and Carmichael's that far ahead. Look at him. He's gone. And Tortelli is really putting time on Wyndham now, so maybe we're going to see a race for the top spot. Tortelli can keep this pace. Now watch this. Gets on the gas a little bit right here. Same thing happened to Dowd in that start. And Kevin was close enough to take advantage. I thought Tortelli was going to get him back here. He had a good berm, which would have put him on the inside of the next corner. He couldn't do it. But look how fast Wyndham comes down to this off camber. Can't hold the inside. I can't believe that Tortelli was able to, and he did it for the pass.
In fourth is Ryan Hughes, number 120. He got some good starts at the beginning of the year, but had trouble on this new machine. You know, when you look back, you're reminded that this is Ryan's first season on a brand new bike. Also, he didn't ride the Supercross season, and Ryan is real aggressive. He put a lot of pressure on himself to just surprise everyone at Glen Helen. He pumped up a little bit, then he got a little excited at Hangtown, went down a couple of times, and he's had opportunities. It's just that he was a little bit over anxious. Now he's starting to settle down. I know hanging out with Stanton this week, he's got to have his head in the right place. He's definitely got the bike sorted out, but he's got his hands full with Ron Cotta. I talked about him winning the 125 last year. He likes this track too, just like Tortelli. Hughes spending the last couple of weeks at the Jeff Stanton boot camp, some people call it.
I talked to Ryan. I said, hey, are you keeping up with Jeff? And it took him a moment to answer that because he knew what I meant. You know, Jeff is just as strong as these guys and still just about as fast.
Ron Cotta making the move on Hughes. Hughes has got his fistful right now as Ron Cotta, who loves this track as well, has the advantage on Hughes.
Hughes really pushed Ron Cotta to get into that corner hot, and he was still able to clear that double. That's impressive.
I don't know what it is about Kawasaki's in this track, but only 3 riders have won 125 and 250 classes here, and they were all Kawasaki's. Ricky Carmichael, Jeff Emig, and Mike Kudrowski. And then Jeff Ward won all 3, 125, 250, and 500s on a Kawasaki. We'll be back. Back to the action now in the first moto of the 250s from Redbud Track and Trail, Buchanan, Michigan. Here's Ryan Hughes. Ricky Carmichael, incidentally, still out in front. But Ryan Hughes is battling now in 5th position.
Ryan can feel the pressure now from Ferry back there. He's opening up the gap in certain places on the track, and then Ferry closes it up in others. I thought when Ferry caught him, that was going to be it. He would be able to get around, but so far, Ryan's been able to hold him off.
Hang on to your hats. There's Ricky Carmichael, but look who's right behind him, Sebastian Tortelli. And Tortelli might be the fastest bike on the track right now.
And Carmichael can feel it, too. You see him go into that corner, hit a big break and bump, and he got on the gas a little early, did a little kind of a hiccup coming out of the corner. Little mistakes that usually don't cost him time, but it's proof for Tortelli back there that can see all that he's on his mind a little bit. Once you get on his mind, then you're in the driver's seat a little.
Carmichael's arms looking just like pistons. And oh, he lost control for a moment. Here comes number 13. That's Tortelli. 1 foot on the peg for Carmichael, and Tortelli went by him.
Yeah, he's definitely worrying Ricky. Some mistakes that he hasn't been making this year when he's had pressure like that. He's made mistakes all on his own. He hasn't needed anyone to do it. But this time, Tortelli forced him into that.
Shane Drew, Tortelli's mechanic, looking on. And the crowd loves it. They love this competition.
A little adjustment on the clutch right there. Just to let Ricky know, well, yeah, I wasn't working all that good, but now I got it dialed in. Pulling away. Now, a little mistake there. Allows Ricky back up in there, but a good recovery. Now watch this. Ricky should have been able to plan a little bit better and getting around the left rider right there and clear that double. Probably maybe a little on his mind right there, and he messes up the next corner too. Now watch, he's going to look over his right shoulder. Wrong side. Here comes Tortelli up the left. Pretty sneaky.
Tortelli, the 3rd leader in our race now, and Tortelli's starting to make a little bobble here. This track is difficult.
It is, and the thing is about it is that the braking bumps, see all that dancing around they do before they get to the berm. It's hard to get set in the berm. So a couple of times Tortelli's almost gone over it. Some good saves, though. He's still got a good cushion over Ricky.
Let's go down to the mechanics area. Davey.
Well, Shane, you were right. He did get him back. Yeah, Ricky made a big mistake over here, and it helped us out a lot, but I think there's still 3.5 laps to go, so it ain't over. What's the strategy? Just sprint? Just go, go, go. Same pace he's been doing the whole moto.
So Tortelli, the 2-time GP champ, trying to make a mark here in America. He's known for fast starts in the motocross season.